Okay, guys, so two aspects of actually increasing on your speed. The first part of increasing on your speed, as I was saying in the prior video, from A to B, you want it to just be simple movement. You don't want to put any muscle into it. You really want to get your joints, your elbows, your wrists, everything used to developing more speed. So when it's moving through and you're adding the muscle groups to it, you really start developing the power and stuff that goes with it. Speed is very important, but hitting hard with that speed is important. And speed can really bail you out in a real life scenario or situation, how you get in much quicker. All right, so the first aspect of it is the whipping action. So you'll be standing this way here. You can also take a fighting stance when you're practicing at home. But the first part of it, what I would like you to do is just engage, this here. This is what you're worrying about. It works the same way with the legs as well. Legs, of course, move a little bit slower and have different aspects, and we can get into that down the line. But your hands move quicker than your legs. The legs move a little bit slower, but they both have speed and power coming into it. You see a lot of fancy movement that people are making with their legs and doing this, but does it have power? It looks good and people do what they do, but in real life it's different. Okay, so that's what we can get into with the legs as well. Because these bazookas bail you out in real life combat, right? So the idea of developing speed, first standing here, taking your hands, you can bring it from here or here. I'll take it here for the moment just so you can see better. So I'm going to come here. As I'm coming out with no muscle. We're okay on camera, Vic? You see me this way? No muscle. I'm just coming out here. As I come out to this point, where my hand reaches here, I flick it. So I'm going to come out and flip, just like this. And this hand, same way. Right? Flips. So now, as I'm coming out, first practicing this, I'm going here, here, here. It's that simple. You can have the ball in front of you. You're flicking out the ball. It's your fingertips coming out in a whipping action. This way here. Right? Just like that. You can take it from down here. Come here, just like coming from here, just like this way, or right here, right? You get that whip action. And as you see when I'm whipping, I pull it here. I have that back motion, boom, where I'm pulling it back in, okay? So that's the first aspect of trying to develop speed. Now we add a little bit to what I like to call catch the fly, right? The whipping action is going to come through, so you get that better pullback motion, which is really where the power is going to start to develop as we start combining things, right? So if I'm standing out here, and I'm coming out with that whip, I come past. Now, when we're just doing this, right? Now what's going to happen is I come out here, and there's a little fly here. A little fly that flies in here. I go past the fly flies in, and I'm going to catch it. Okay, so here, I catch it. Here, I catch it. And you see, on that catch, that's the down motion, and that's where you're engaging also some other muscle groups. Real power is not on the forward motion, it's on the backward motion. That's where you send these shock waves to the percussion, that's what causes a real knockout. So this is just practicing that, but it's also adding speed to what you're doing. This is a really, really good way to practice. So you want to come out here, and you just want to catch the fly. So here, I'm catching the fly. See? So it's doing this whipping, and I'm catching the fly. Whipping, catching the fly. You want to try to control your wrist a little bit and catch it, right? And then you're pulling it back in. So the motion, say from here, is just going, catch it, right? Catch it, catch it, catch it. That's where the hit's going to come from, and we'll explain that when we start developing power. And as well, doing the different exercises, some with dumbbells, some isometrics, and all that to help you really develop group. When it comes to the power punching and speed, you have to be able to engage core, root, and all the trigger points of your body. So at this point here, you're kind of practicing it. Just standing. Can you see me okay, Vic, standing here? Just standing this way here. You can take a stance here and practice as well. Very traditional monkey or dragon or boxing stance, coming from here and practicing from that, from any type of stance that you're going to do. The ball is a great way to practice, because you're at least targeting to the front of the ball. But if I'm here, I'm going to be here, catch the fly, you see? Here, catch the fly. The whole motion is here, 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 here. Vic, come out here for 1 second. And we'll end it with this. So say Vic is standing here, and he's got a fighting stance, right? He's standing on the speed side. And I'm coming out here, and here's the fly. You see what I'm catching? That's where the hit's got to be. All right, so that flick, here I'm practicing here. Now I'm catching the fly, catching the fly. So I'm here, boom, catch it, boom, boom. And you're coming out with that. It hits, you start developing, thanks, Vic. You start developing hitting power. So you can take that anyway. Now you can measure it to different degrees. You can put some music on, or it's going to be, you can start out with just, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Or you could go 1, 2, 1, 2. Usually in the exercises, when I'm, picking on my students, I have them all standing here. And I go here, 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 here. And we'll talk about how to strengthen your hands up too. We did that in prior videos as well. Here, here, here. And then you can count 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you can start getting 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Just pulling it out and catching that fly though. So you want to catch the fly and pull it back. It doesn't have to come all the way back either. I can catch that fly and pull it right to here. In the exercise, I'm pulling it all the way back. Pulling it all the way back. Okay? If you come to a spot on punching, it is also very important to know where you're coming back from. Okay? So again, guys, standing here, just practicing this, and then you can pick it up 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. You can do it any way you want. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? Get into that, and then catch the fly. Boom, 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 and coming from stances. That will start to really increase speed. The other thing here is though, the center part. You want to not put muscle in this. You want it simply to move. The muscle only begins when you catch the fly. On its way from A to B, it's moving this way. Power punching moves from B to A. I know it's complicated, but that's cool. That's how it works. You're not going through things, you're hitting to the thing. So the only time you put muscle in practicing speed is after you catch the fly. And then it releases to non-muscle. It comes back again because it has to react and come out fast and hit with power. Okay, so these catch the fly and just the whip. Be careful with the whip. You can't hurt your wrist with that a little bit. That's why it's nice to, if there was a ball here, you're going to, going to the ball, right, and bringing it back, because you have a little target, a little range, or practicing on a wall, or, just anything, just here, getting that whole idea of that movement, right? All right, guys, go on and teach. See you in the next video.